famous 1/8th Air Force. Well, we're going to say goodbye to the Arizona Model Aviators and their fine field here in East Mesa at Superstition Air Park. And we'll see you guys next time. These are some of the models available. Calls for 79-inch wingspan, a 90 to 124 stroke engines, but that's been upped from a 120 to a 180 four-stroke engine. Looks like it's going to be a fun airplane. There's the shipping container, quite substantial. Here we have the basic components: top wing with a 16-degree sweep back angle, and the two bottom wings upside down so you can see the tip floats, and the power package, fuselage and empennage. Aluminum, and I have elected to use the Sato 1.8 four-stroke. With a little coaxing I got it in there with a 16-ounce tank. Yeah, that'll take it for. The ailerons are a closed loop system, and they come out here and go down into the engine pod to a servo, and that's what we're ailerons. The lower wings have this nice structure for mounting the wingtip floats. They're quite substantial. Well built model, covered with Solartex antique. Well done. Okay, the empennage controls. There's the elevator. You just hook up a servo with a push rod to that stick, and you got elevator. And the same thing with the rudder bar. You hook up a push rod to the rudder bar, and of course the servos are located in the front part of the hull here. The hatch here to the front of the hull, and mount your elevator and rudder servo inside here. This is the way you get it. And the empennage is all pull-pull cable system. And I probably have to add some area to this water rudder because it isn't quite wide enough. I'm going to put a piece of clear plastic on there. Should help a lot. You have the engine pylon. I have a motor servo mounted already. And up front there we have the belly pan. Panel, and the right side panel cut out for the exhaust on the 180, and the top panel. These all go in with screws. To get the 180 Sato in there, we had to widen the engine bearers here about 1/8 of an inch, and I cut back also back here about a 1/2 inch further back, and we had a notch these to get the, and also you have to take the rocker box covers off the Sato to get it in there. Well, you can see we built a plate to mount these two servos on, and it's a lot easier to put them in and out, and they're hooked right to the rudder pedal and the stick. Okay, let's check out the power pod here one more time. You notice that we had to take the rocker box covers off the engine, the Sato 180, to get the engine in there. And coming around here, you see we have a remote blow driver hookup, and we got a little plastic cup in there to catch the dripping from the carburetor. If that doesn't work, we can always take it out. And we've got a filter in the line, and our fueling position will be right here. We'll pick this out here, something like this, and fuel it through there. Disconnect the pressure fitting to the muffler and let it drain out there when it's full. And we've got a strap to hold the tank down. And we've got the motor and aileron servos mounted. There you have it, almost 15.5 pounds. Not too bad. I ran the engine this morning with a tractor propeller, without the wings on, of course. Everything seemed to go good. No glitches. One big mistake I made, though, by pushing that engine 1 inch forward. We don't have proper prop clearance now on the trailing edge of the top wing. So that means we're going to have to put a spacer, an extension shaft on there to take care of that. Thanks to Bob Brook for sending those Zingali propellers, and Joe Zingali for shipping them up here. Now you can see I've got the aileron leads taped to the bottom of the wing there so they don't come off the pulleys. The tough job is going to be connecting these down to the arm on the servo there. That's going to be a tough one. Got a walk around here. All we got to do now is either cut off the trailing edge of that top wing to clear the propeller, or build an extension shaft and then balance the aircraft. I thought I was going to fly it this weekend, but it doesn't look like we're going to do it. I noticed the 3 views show the trailing edge of the upper wing is cut out for prop clearance. Maybe here's the distance I pushed the engine back, so the prop is sitting out that far, and yet it still does not clear the trailing edge of the wings with any appreciable clearance, you see. So that means that that's the clearance it would have been if the engine had been sitting in the position it was called for. So that doesn't make much sense. Well, you guessed it, we're heading for Pine Hollow Reservoir, home of the Northwest Seaplane Championships. Pine Hollow Reservoir, give her a toss there, Larry. There's the Macchi M7. It's not going to fly this weekend, but we're going to get some good pictures of it. Looks pretty nice. I got to cut out the trailing edge of the top wing so the prop will clear it. Yes, sir. I think that thing's going to fly. Okay, we're home again, and we've got this thing all rigged up and ready to go. And as you can see, with 1.5 pounds of lead in the nose, it weighs 17 pounds. Still shots. We'll get another walk around here, and then we'll get some more close-ups of the engine installation. This baby's almost ready to fly. All I gotta do is put a coat of butyrate dope on the wings and fix the ballast in the nose, and we'll be ready to go. Well, we've got a 1/5 scale Allen Hawes in there for our pilot. He's from England. Yeah, we'll start from the starboard side here and work around and give you one more shot of the installation. This is the Sato 180 with the push rod for the motor servo there. And our 16-ounce tank strapped in with a metal spring. And our aileron servo rolling right up there. And the leads going down along this strut and into the cockpit. Our aileron servo. And our fill line to fill the tank up into a T-fitting. Our exhaust coming out the port side. In order to have the prop clear, the wing, we took this piece right out here. Now the prop has plenty of clearance there. Otherwise it would have been a disaster. Yeah, I think this thing's ready to fly. See, we've got the controls working. Ailerons. Plenty of throw. Yeah, I think it's going to go. No problem. All like lock nut here on the shaft. But in order to get it to fit really tight instead of screwing all the way on, I may put a spacer behind the prop itself. Maybe not. Check out some of the construction on this aircraft. First of all, notice the number of ribs in the wing. Very close together. Just like in the original, the exact number of ribs. And notice the number of false ribs. And notice how smooth they are, and the covering.